What's going on, everybody? Doc and Sloth, we are back into, as always, some more Rocket League action. So today we are talking about, and we just had this afternoon announced the Season 7 rewards. So Season 7 is coming to an end, and we're getting the associated rewards with that, as well as some bumps. And we're also going to have the start of Season 8 kicking off here pretty soon. So we're going to hang out, play a couple games, and we're just going to kind of chat. We'll do our best inside the video to kind of post up what all you guys can expect for Season 7 and when all that ends. And you know, as always, we're going to give our biased, unapologetic, what am I trying to say here? Thoughts?
I don't know. I'm gonna be unbiased and apologetic. So I don't.
Let, that doesn't make any. That doesn't. Sloth, take it away.
Well, you guys remember when we got banners? Me too, because it was not long ago. We are looking at banners yet again. The interesting thing here is the post talks about getting rid of the color restrictions on what different ranks are. So we're not looking at purple with the champs anymore. We're not looking at gold colors for the gold levels anymore. It's very strange. It's something that we're definitely have been open to in the past, Doc and I especially, but I don't know. There's no association of the actual ranks with these banners, and it's a little odd. They definitely put some effort into saying, okay, gold is going to be just a little less flashy than platinum, and platinum is going to be a little less flashy than diamond, and so on and so forth. But there's just not any real association of the rank to the banner.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So the banner itself, we've talked about a little bit, but the banner itself is interesting because it really doesn't align, like Sloth was saying, to the rank. So, you know, I'm not necessarily, I don't necessarily hate the fact that they don't associate the same colors. I think we've talked about that before in some different contexts about how it would be kind of nice if they changed it up a little bit, just because, you know, we always seem to get a lot of hues of blue and purple, and you don't really get a whole lot that you can use on the other sides of the teams. So this kind of changes that. The difference here being is that while they're doing that, that's great, but it doesn't have anything to do with car customization. It's simply a banner, which, again, as we've already mentioned, we've had these already. And I think that's the biggest, that's going to be one of the biggest complaints. The other complaint being is I don't necessarily hate the design of the banners, and we'll do our best to put these on screen and show you guys. Also link the post down below so that you guys can take a look at the full like moving images of these. But I guess my biggest issue is just the fact that it doesn't align, and we've already had them. Now, interestingly enough, we also do get a second reward. This is broken up into only 3 tiers. So it will be still based on rank, and the color of this will be determined by what rank category you're in. I think it's if you're diamond or above, you get all 3. If you're between, is it gold and platinum, I think, you get the first 2 levels, and then gold and below gets the other level. I'm not really sure, Sloth. You'll have to remind me. But it's essentially the same goal explosion. Sorry, it's essentially the same goal explosion. It's just different colors.
Yeah, which we talked about this when we were getting ready. I just don't know that I care just for the color changing effect. It's more like a mood ring than it is a goal explosion. Just because there's no difference. The one thing they have been super consistent about prior with making the different rewards for each rank and all that was that the higher you went up, the fancier it would get. And these, I mean, so you have the Striker versus the Striker Pro versus the Striker Legend, and in that order is how they start to stack up and move along the progression. They're just literally a different change of color, and they're not, I would say, the most popular colors either. It's very strange. Uh, the the standard one, the low tier is green, and then Pro is orange, and then Legend is blue. So it's just we're going along those same lines of it's just not something super duper cool. So it's we're a little, I don't want to say let down, a little disappointed. I don't know how to say it without kind of sounding entitled, and we may very well be, but I know a lot of the community is not super happy about this. And I think there's a couple of reasons. The banners, I'm okay with changing up the colors, but again, we don't need banners again. It seems like they're really just trying to shove banners down our throats, giving us the rewards as banners 2 out of 3 years, 2 out of 3 seasons, I guess I should say. And the the banners are cool. It's nice to have a different color, but they made a couple major issues that most people are going to be upset about. So we know the Rocket League community is very competitive. I think is probably a nice way to put it. Very competitive and very proud of their ranks.
That's the nice way. That's the nice way to say toxic, Sloth.
Well, I mean, it comes down to, in this context, and what I'm going to get at here when I ever get to my point, is if I'm a champ, don't refer to me as diamond, because I am way better than that. If I'm a diamond, don't refer to me as platinum. It's this. I don't even know that it's. I guess it's pride. It's kind of. It definitely comes off as kind of a negative thing. They made the champ reward a gold color. And then we get lulls, those stupid champs. They look like golds, and it's kind of a silly thing, but it's something that people kind of got up in arms about, and that people are kind of they're feeling and acting kind of strange about it, and part of that is we don't want to be lumped in together. The bronze and silver tiers, which get the standard explosion, the gold and platinum, which get the Striker Pro, and then the diamond champ and grand champs, they get the Striker Legend. The grand champs don't want to be in with the diamonds, and the bronzes don't want to, or the silvers don't want to be in with the bronzes, and so on and so forth. So not a reason for them to change anything like that, but it's just going to be a reason that people will complain.
Yeah, so I think what we kind of talked about that I think would have been an interesting thing to do is if they were really focused on the banners, maybe flip-flop what what I'm calling the primary and the secondary reward would be. So instead of the primary reward being a banner, why don't make it the primary reward a goal explosion, And and instead do the goal explosions, make them cool, make them different. We haven't had those before, so I'm excited probably the most for those, just because we haven't had them before. And it's a customization option that everybody wants. Swap the colors up, cool. Again, lumping them together, not the best of ideas, but on a secondary reward when we're used to just getting one, it's not bad. I can't believe I missed that, but it's not bad. And I'm okay with that piece of it. I just think, again, make it the primary, give a bunch of different versions for the different ranks, make it flashier as it goes up. I think you get people that would really enjoy that, and then you throw some lumped up banners together on top of that for some folks that, again, we have to also consider that there are some people that have not played the game and were not part of that season. So we're going to see, especially as they start to stick closer to their seasons and how long they say their seasons are going to be, we're going to see repetitive rewards. Now, granted, I would love to see some, not wheels because we've seen them before, but I would love to see some boosts and some trails and some different things, because I think I have trails, but I don't have a lot of the other stuff. I have the wheels and trails, but that's when I started playing the game. So I think their options are open to them. I don't know what they want to, stay away from just because they've done it already, but clearly they're going to get redundant, and I guess we got to just kind of come to accept that. Hopefully they can continue to be creative, and who knows, maybe we'll see what other, goal explosions or different ideas we can get in the future, because I do think we need it. And I go back to I'm okay with the change of the colors, although I don't agree with the tiers of the colors. Like you said, everybody, in that Grand Champ, they want that purple. It'll be interesting to see how the community continues to react, because we talked about what's the big difference with the banners, and you guys will be able to see them. But what's the big difference? And my only point would be is that you just have to know what the different banners are in order to know that guy's banner is better than the one you have. And that's not necessarily the same or true for past season rewards, because it really did tie into the rank, and it really did show you kind of where you were at. So it'll be interesting. Free stuff's always not bad. The Rocket League community is definitely not shy about telling Psyonix how it feels, and we'll see. Maybe we get some changes as we've had in the past with some of the stuff.
That's the thing that I'm actually excited to see, is if the community is, I think, appropriate with their outcry, because a place like Reddit ended up with like the top post on the the top comment on the announcement post today. And there's a lot of people saying, I'm upset with this, and like I don't necessarily like this. Here's why. Versus Twitter, where it's like, kill yourself. This is terrible. Yeah, that's what you get. And to be honest, if the community was overwhelmingly like that, I would leave stuff in that sucked, and I would purposely make stuff that sucks just to be like, screw you, you suck. You're terrible people. But if the response is appropriate, and we kind of point out what the issues are, which to me, I think you are perfectly accurate with make the goal explosions the quote unquote primary thing. Give us a little bit more effort into those, and I'll do whatever banner you want. I don't care. I'm probably not going to use your banners, or if I do, like it's just not going to matter that much to me. But if you throw in some decent goal explosions, I'll have fun with them, and it won't just be well, I guess since I have a green car, then I'll throw the green one on.
Right. Well, and that's the interesting thing too is, again, we've got, as we've hit on multiple times, you've got banners already that people have the option, if they were part of that previous season, to have. There's not a lot of other goal explosions, if you don't buy crates or trade, that you have options to. You have options to a couple of standard ones, and that's it. And that's the interesting thing about the rewards for me is you should be able to pick up this game. It's obviously not free to play because you had to pay for it, but after the fact, cosmetic-wise, the season rewards, if you're good enough and you're able to make it to those top tiers, and you just don't want to spend money on crates or can't afford it or whatever the case may be, that's a great option to be able to have some additional customization, show off a little bit, and kind of strut your stuff and get those options to do that. It's kind of hard to do that when they don't spread out, and goal explosions would have been honestly a beautiful thing that they could have given some people the option to change up and get some different colors.
Agreed.
So we will link all that stuff down below. We are really curious to hear what you guys have to think. So if you've got thoughts, give constructive or unconstructive criticism. Really doesn't matter. You can tell us whatever you want. You can tell us we're stupid and you think the banners are the best. But we really would like to hear what you guys have to say. So please do feel free to comment down below. And as always, we're going to continue to kind of provide some news and any updates that we do get. So we'll stick close to this. Sloth, I don't know if you have it up. I think the important thing else to note is I don't remember exactly the date off the top of my head. I don't even know if they've said it. I do believe it is at the end of this month. Season 7 ends. There will be a soft reset for Season 8. If you're not familiar with the soft reset, essentially what it means is you're going to play your matches again, and it will take your previous rank into consideration. put you close to that rank, and again, you get the chance to still play placement matches and hopefully either get back to where you were, slightly above, or if you just have a bad run of a couple of games, probably slightly below. So we are going to get a soft reset, and I do believe, again, the season ends near the end of this month with one of their content updates, ironically enough. So we're going to be having some cool stuff.
It's going to be...
quickly.
We will, and it's just listed right now as the May content update. So
Yep.
there is not a specific day listed as of the filming of this video.
So as they have done in the past, they usually do a pretty good job of at least giving about a week's heads up, which is usually what they do for the updates, content updates typically. Sometimes it's a little shorter than that, but usually they at least give a couple days heads up. So stay tuned. The best way to do that, you can follow along with Twitter. Stay tuned into this channel. We'll let you guys know if there is an update like that and if they release a final date for it. And again, obviously it's in line with their content update. So we will hear about it when they release that news. So next couple weeks, get out there, gain some ranks, get some rewards, and let us know what you guys think about Season 7 rewards. Doc and Sloth, Average Gamer guys, as always, thank you so very much for the support. Really do appreciate you guys checking the video out, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.